What is up, guys? It's Dan the Man, and today I'm back with round 2 of the Spring Chess Club Championship held here at UF, and I'm going into this round feeling pretty tilted, pretty agitated because I flagged against a 1700, and the game was a roller coaster. It was a very dynamic game with plot twists and the very crazy king hunt. So if you haven't watched that recap, go ahead and swing on over and watch it to get some context into how I'm feeling for this game. And so going into the second game, I was predicting I would get someone lower rated again, which indeed is the case. And I had the mindset of just going in there and having it be a bloodbath for my opponent. I was going to be totally merciless and just go in there, have a clean game, not letting up any advantage. Just go in there, do what I have to do, and then leave the crime scene. Just like Julius Caesar said, I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's how I was feeling about this game. Just wanted to have a clean game and not let my opponent have any sort of chance. I was that determined. Did I actually do that? You're going to have to find out. So I'm playing against a player by the name of Thanisha Gopinath, rated about 1600. And let's just go ahead and see if I manage to accomplish my goals. So I had the white pieces again, and I start off with e4 as always, and we have another Sicilian on the board. Knight f3, e6, the delayed Alapin. Instead of knight c6, which is what Ibrahim played in round 1, she played the more traditional move, d5, just striking the center with a pawn. And I've seen this variation tons of times online and over the board, so I have a signature response to it. I first just trade, and then play my signature bishop e5 check. It's kind of like a canal attack, where you bring the bishop to check the king, but the pawns are a bit in different places. On the canal attack, the pawn's on d6. And here it's on d5, so it's a bit different, but it's the same thematic idea. Just trying to get the bishop out, quick development and castle. So here she blocks with the bishop. I trade. She plays queen takes, and I castle. But I first play d4. Sorry, I play d4 first. Just striking at the center. And here she plays knight f6. Now I castle. Pardon me. And here she plays bishop e7. And if I tell you that she's not going to castle next turn, you probably wouldn't believe me. And I was not really thinking she wouldn't castle either. It just sort of happened. Just happened. It just the way the future events unfolded. So with bishop e7, again, I'm trying to play ruthlessly here. I'm trying to not let my opponent breathe. I'm trying to be very vicious here. So I'm playing she played bishop e7. I first take on c5, delaying her from castling, because if she castles, I'm just up a pawn. So she has to waste time capturing the pawn that I took on c5. And now I play rook e1 check, forcing her to again not castle because you can't castle out of check. And here she should have blocked with the knight on e4, but instead she played the seemingly innocuous move bishop to e7. And apparently the engine says it's plus 1.4 roughly. To the untrained eye, this looks totally fine. Like, how are you going to stop black from castling? Well, knight e5. You have to deal with the threat on your queen now. Where's the queen going to go? The queen chose d8. Apparently f5 was best. But by moving the queen off the a4 to e8 diagonal, that allows me to play queen a4 check. I keep adding logs to the fire and generate an attack on her uncastled king. So here the engine just says king f8 apparently, but the human move would be to try to preserve castling rights with knight b to d7. And you might wonder, Dan, how are you going to prevent her from castling now? Like, you just threw in a couple checks to which she blocked you. It seems like you just can't stop her castling and because you're right. If I play some lazy developing move like knight d2, then yeah, she's just going to castle and have a totally fine position. So I can't let my foot off the gas here, and so I play the move bishop to g5. And if she castles here, this is actually a mistake. She loses the piece. If she castles here, notice by capturing the knight on d7, if she takes with the queen, I would just trade queens and take the bishop on e7. And if she takes with the knight, then I have, because of bishop g5, I have 2 pieces aiming at e7, back up from the rook. And even though she can play a move like rook e8 here to try to pin, I always have sufficient defense. I can go with like queen a3 here, and then move my knight and connect my rooks. So I'm still totally winning here. So bishop g5 is another clever move to delay castling, which I find because I was having a very determined mindset to not let up. And so here she played a move. I mean, she's in a significantly worse position. But here she played a move that just made me squint. She played a rook g8. And I'm like, what? What does that do? Well, she kind of is doing me a favor. She can never castle that way anyway because she moved her rook. And she's still a pretty long way from castling queenside, so that just helps me, basically. So here I play knight a3, just getting another piece off the back row. She plays h6. And here I play the move bishop takes f6. She has to take back with the pawn and open her king side even more, because the knight's pinned, and if the bishop takes, then I can threaten discoveries because the rook is on the open e-file. So she has to play g takes f6. I go with knight g4. And here she had about maybe 10 minutes left on the clock. And here she just missed my threat. She played the move h5, basically inviting my knight to go where it wanted to be. And my idea was to just take on f6. And notice that the bishop's pinned and the knight's pinned. So that was a free pawn, and I'm forking the king and the rook. So this is just a total annihilation here on the black team. Her only legal move is king f8. And here, I just take the knight on d7 with check. I'm up 4 points in material. She doesn't want to go to e8 where I can play knight f6, a double check, and just totally crush her. So here she plays king g7. I play queen d4 check, bringing my queen into the attack. She plays king h7, and here I just take on d5, and I'm up 5 points material. I've blown the whole house off the black king. He's right now having the roof of his house just totally blown away by the wind of my pieces, and I'm just knocking on the door, trying to checkmate the king. That's a brutal attack. So here she plays rook g7. She's doing her best to try to consolidate. I play queen takes h5. You only can defend so many things. She plays king g8, which is the only move. I play rook on a to d1, lining up on the queen. She thinks that she can counterattack my queen, but I play knight f6 anyway because I'll be taking her queen with check, so she doesn't have time to take my queen. So after knight f6 check, she didn't resign. She kept on playing for a bit. I play rook takes d8, rook takes d8, and I save my queen with queen f3. This is just totally hopeless for black. Black can resign, but, she's trying to find some sort of swindle. Not that it's going to happen. Like, rook e5 is a decent try. Maybe I'm not paying attention and I take the bishop on f6 and hang mate. And then I'd, jump off a cliff. No, I'm just kidding. But with rook e5, yeah, she's trying to trick me. And here I just take because my queen defends d1, so I don't have to worry about back rank. Bishop takes e5. I play g3. Never a bad idea to create a luft for your king. I didn't have to, but, it's just something to always... It's not a bad habit. Something to always, keep in mind. She played b6, and here it's just a piece of cake here, knight c4. We keep playing... I play knight e3 to try to reroute to f5. I play knight f5. Here she plays rook f6 to pin the knight. That doesn't really concern me, because here I play queen g4, adding pressure to the bishop. She blocks the attack, but walks into a fork. And in this position, Tanisha resigned the game, because there's not really much to be done here. I'm just going to win all your pieces, and I have a million pawns. I can probably promote them into several queens if I wanted to. It's just not looking good. So here she resigned, and I got the dream scenario that I wanted. I had an accuracy of 96.3, and she didn't even play that poorly. All stemming from bishop e7 instead of 94, and her whole position just fell apart in a few moves. That's brutal. Honestly, even I felt a little bad after this. That she didn't even make an obvious blunder. She just blocked the wrong way, and then I just started, and kept on making threats and delayed her from castling and getting back in the game. So she played at 85.4, which is not a bad accuracy either. And yeah, we got the result we wanted. I was pretty happy that I won this game very fast. And I hope you guys liked the game. Let me know what you thought of the video. Leave a comment if you want to. And I'll try to post the next recap soon. And yeah, have a great rest of your day or night. Bye.